Good morning. Howdy. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. My name is Rob, aka the Junk Monkey, and I'm a full-time picker or reseller, treasure hunter, however you want to look at it. And I make a full-time living going to thrift stores and garage sales and estate sales and places like that to find things that I can buy and flip online for a profit. Good coffee this morning. This morning before we leave to go out thrifting, sourcing, we've got a couple of items that sold that are going out. First is this little toy. It's one of the Conjunction Junction, what's your function toys. It's the little guy riding the engine to a train who would sing the song on Saturday morning cartoons. If you're my age or older, you remember those. Anyway, that went out. We got $7.50 plus shipping on it. I'm sure I got this in a bag full of toys. That's generally the only way I buy toys is in bulk. So good sale there. We also sold this Sony VCR. It's a SLV-660HF. And we got $40 plus shipping for that. Customers all in about $65. And we probably paid about $11 for it, maybe 10. So a good sale there. So let me get this stuff packaged up. We're going to drop the VCR off at UPS, not USPS, like I did the last one that sold. Then we're going to go by USPS to drop off the little toy. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to hit up an antique mall today. So you guys stay tuned, like and subscribe and come along for the ride. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the collector's market here in Medford, Oregon. Here's one of my favorite antique malls. We're going to go in there and see if we can find something to flip online for a profit, or maybe even add to our personal collection. So I'll see you when we get there. We are in. I do believe that cobalt blue ashtray is called bubble glass. I have some of that. There's a Fenton Silvercrest compote down there. I already have a couple of those in stock, so I'm not going to pick it up and look at it. Neat old decanter bottle on a big vase. Ooh, there's some jadeite, maybe? Candlesticks? Yeah, but they're not the jadeite that glows, and they want $50 for the pair. Probably a good price. Let's see. That looks like a Northwoods. Let's see, they want $32 for it. And they're calling it Fostoria, I believe. They're probably right about that. That is Fenton Amberina Hobnail Compote. There's a nice little pink glass, opaline, some people call it. Cornucopia. This booth normally has some pretty good stuff. Let's see what else they got on the shelf here. There is a little hat ashtray. That's kind of neat. What do they want for that? $5. Not bad. Black glass cream and sugar. Oh, that's a neat little teapot. Let's see. Ooh, there's a Fenton nappy dish, heart-shaped moonstone or French opalescent. I've had that same one before. Imperial, maybe? Yes. Imperial open weave at the $18. Not a bad price. Some amber glass. Oh, that big bowl down there is pretty. What do they want for that? $27.50. They got some decent prices in here. Not quite low enough for me to flip, but decent prices for collectors. Just walk with me for a minute here, see what we can see. This booth normally has a few things, little hidden gems. There is a Chinese paperweight. I'm fully stocked on them, but if the deal is good enough, 15 is not good enough. What is hiding in there? Let's see. I see a couple more things we're going to look at. A glass strawberry with controlled bubbles. Very well polished base. No signature. $15. Man, if that had color, I would jump all over that at $15. I think we'll leave it. And between now and the next time we have a paperweight sale, I'll come back and see if it goes on sale. The other thing I wanted to check was this bird. Beak is not broken. It's a Chinese make. What? Again, if the price is right and 18 is a no, it's even got some silver flake in it. I think we'll leave that one here. But I really like that strawberry. Just wish it had some color. Let's see, there's restaurant wear, gravy boat, green stripe. Let's see if that's Tepco. And if it is, no, it's really lightweight, so probably, well, I can't. Something other Co. Made in Germany. I knew as soon as I touched it, it wasn't Tepco. It wasn't heavy enough. This booth normally has some nice stuff too. Is it Hull? Weller pottery. Nice. There's a little Czech vase. Another little Czech vase. I like this one. Confetti. $26. We're going to leave it here for that price. There's a little dish of some kind. Also Czech or Polish. $14. Not bad, but we're going to leave it. There's a Roseville fan vase. Huh. There's a mug in the shape of a drilling bit for an oil well. I bet that's Frankoma. Yep. Frankoma. That's pretty cool. I like that. $28 though. We'll leave it. Lots of good pottery and porcelain here. Nice glass. You know, it's not priced completely out of the realm of possibility. What is that? I know it's got a handle on it. It is handmade. I think it's signed. No, it's just some rough spots on around the pontoon where they cleaned it up. Glass basket, $20. Oh my. I'm gonna really think about that one. We might come back around and pick that up. I see something else in here I want to take a look at. Not that, whatever that is. This. Mary Gregory vase, $45. That's what I thought it was. Very, very thin. And it's not signed. So I'm not 100% sure that's identified correctly. Maybe in the style of her. There's a little glass elephant. They want $9 for it. Blue Mountain pottery, maybe. All right, I got some people coming up behind me. I think I'll go ahead and end this clip here, and I'll bring you back in when I find something. All righty, we turned the corner. We were just talking about Tepco, and there are a pair of Tepco restaurant wear coffee mugs here. Very heavy. And there's your marking, Tepco USA. They want $8 a piece for them. Not bad. If I needed them for my collection, they'd go home with me. Look at that. They're calling it an Avon bird container. I really like Avon. If you've been following me for any length of time, you've heard me talk about that before. My grandmother was an avid Avon collector. Got some Fenton up here, some Silvercrest. $17 for that is entirely too much. Got some Goldcrest, $22. Not bad on that piece. The cased glass, $39 for the large one. Not bad. What do they want for this cranberry quilted melon vase? $39. Not terrible. glass pumpkin. Ooh, I know what that is. Guaranteed to glow. Oh yeah, look at that glow. How much do they please be affordable? $20. Washington, Kansas. I want to think real hard about that piece too. That might be worth coming back and swinging back around and picking that up. All right, let's get another look. A lot of porcelain, some teapots. There's a rooster down there. Not looking for roosters right now. Antiques. Not looking for any of that right now. Ooh, what do we got here? Let's see, you got some diamond block, some goblets, etched Coca-Cola glass, McDonald's, probably Batman or Flintstones. Yep, Flintstones. Coffee mugs. There's a paperweight. $15. Got some pretty bad flaws in it. I wouldn't even buy that one if it was on a deep discounted sale. Sooner glass, also known as Arkansas art glass. That is often mistaken for Murano. Let's see what they're calling it. Now that we can get access to the tag, vintage blown glass, hand blown trumpet vase for $45 firm. We'll wish some luck on that. And there's a Chinese version. Let's see what else this booth has got. There's a little diamond, cut diamond or block. Anyway, nappy dish, milk glass, $25 firm. Alright, this guy freaks me out every time I come in here. He'll talk to you. Alright, I'll bring you back in when we find something.
Come on over. For a small fee, Zoltar will give you a wealth of wisdom.
I will keep my money, Zoltar. You keep your wisdom. We didn't make it far. Found another one of these Ozark glass, Sooner glass pieces. They want $19 for that one. Not a bad price if you collect this stuff. That type of glass is very slow moving. Oh my God, it's sitting right next to a massive Murano bowl / ashtray, cigar tray for $25. Oh no, that's either Polish or Czech. That is not Murano. In the style of though. I have not been doing very well with Murano ashtrays. So we are absolutely leaving that piece. These booth owners, sometimes they confuse me. They get a booth, pay all the rent for it, put all their stuff in it, and then they just pile stuff in to where you can't get to the items. I see a couple of pieces though that we can reach. Here's another little Chinese paperweight. Not a bad one, $11.99. Not a terrible price. Let's see what this little frosted cat is. $9.99. Not bad, not marked. Definitely not the quality of Lalique or Baccarat or Dom. So probably made in China or Taiwan or Hong Kong. We will leave that here. All right. I'll bring you guys back in as soon as I find something for you to look at. Like, that's really neat set, but not something we're looking for today. All right, this is one of my favorite booths. She has a double wide end cap, and she's always got really good glass. Here we have a stack of Fenton. We've got Moonstone, Silvercrest, and Silvercrest. Not looking for any of that today. There is a beautiful heart-shaped paperweight with a flower in it. It's marked 2001. I don't see a signature on it though. $24.50. Not bad. Every great once in a while I can buy something from her, but she knows what she's got. She's very knowledgeable, and she prices things at close to the top of the market most of the time. There's some more Silvercrest down there at the bottom. Cute little figurine. There's a piece of Fenton with the dolphin handles. What does she want for that piece? $22.50. Not a bad price. There's a paperweight Chinese. No, it's signed. Not Chinese. Tom Dean. 877. So it's even got a little age to it. What does she want for that one? Please don't break anything, Robert. $24.50. Not bad. If she ever puts this booth on sale and it's still here, I will definitely pick that piece up. So as you can see, she's got a lot of really nice glass. All right, check the other two. I don't know what it is, but these deviled egg plates, I always do well with them. There's a milk glass Fenton compote. Let's see. Daisy and buttons, candy dish, amber. They're calling it Fenton. They might be right about that, but I'm not sure. I'm not trying not to pick up much in the way of amber glass right now. All right, let's see. All right, I'll bring you guys back when I find something else, like more Avon. And if I ever get rich, I'm just gonna go on an Avon buying spree. This booth can sometimes have a hidden gem or two. Let's see. Oh, I already see something. This is a piece of glass made in Naples, Italy. It often has one of the misleading labels on it. Let's see if they call it Murano. Vintage Scottish basket, $24. I don't think that's Scottish. I'm pretty sure that's made in Naples, Italy. There's a blue ashtray. Gives me Blinko or Viking vibes. What are they calling it? Vintage blue trinket dish. Yeah. And they want $24 for it. Ooh. Is that Potter? No, that is glass. And it's signed. I think that's Costa Boda. Leon, what do they want for that? Yeah, Costa Vase, $45. That can stay here for that. I love the Costa Boda artist signed glass, but I haven't done very well with it. I'm lucky if I break even with it and make a couple of dollars to pay for the shipping supplies. As much as I like it, I'm not in the business to break even. Can't pay the bills if you break even. Very cool looking, decorative. What do we got here? Signed glazed bowl with a big chip. That looks like Hager to me. Yes, Hager. I have a similar, oh, look at the Tonala cat. Let's see what they want for this Hager bowl. If it's less than $20, I'm getting it. 28. Nope, it'll stay here. Tonala cat. Somebody has put felt on the bottom of it. I don't blame them. but if it was signed by the artist, that makes it hard to see the artist's signature. Alrighty, we're about to head around the corner. Oh, before we do that, I want to show you guys this bowl. They only want $14 for it. They're calling it red glass. I agree with that. It's got an ever so slight cadmium glow to it. And I'll be doggone if that doesn't look very close to L.E. Smith Bittersweet. Let me know if you think that's what that is. Ooh. What do we got here? That, yep, Fenton 100th anniversary. So right there at the end of their run. What do they want for that piece? $42. No room left on that for me. Thank you. All right, I'll bring you back in. All right, this booth owner is known to me. I've done business with them a few times. And sometimes they come up with some really neat stuff. That, I believe, is a Fenton pink glass bowl with the swan heads and spread wings. Yes, they're calling it Fenton, and they want $20 for it. That is not a bad price. Double check, yeah, $20. Not a lot of room left on that. That's a $22 to $26 piece. So while there's a tiny bit of money there, it's not enough to make me buy it right now. Some neat little single eperns. Yeah, they want $19 each for those. Ooh, relish dish. Come on, come on. No, does not glow. Dang it. Just out of curiosity. $29. They're calling it uranium. That is not uranium. It's just green depression glass. We're going to hit it with the light again just to be sure. Yeah, not even a little bit of glow. She's got a good eye, but she often misidentifies things. There's a little Fenton bowl, bonbon, $15. A bit much. That's got a handle on it, but we'll look at it anyway. $19, not terrible. And this one was actually made by an apprentice. Fenton baskets, in case you didn't know it, are signed by a stamp where the handle meets the basket. And you can look those stamps up and tell exactly who made the piece. More Silvercrest and milk glass Fenton down on the bottom shelf. Not in the market for milk glass. Some Pyrex and some Fire King, maybe some glass bake. That guy is weird. Funky. Makes me think of Froggy Flips. I would not look out of place hanging in his collection. Whatever it is. Bunch of milk glass. That's a different milk glass up there. Ooh, the swans are nice, but I like this piece. It's got the seashell knob on the top. It's got the dolphin heads or serpent heads, sea serpent heads. Set that down here for a second. Look, see if it's got any markings inside or out. I do not see any markings. Let's see what they call it and what they want for it. They want $30 for it. It's called a Westmoreland Argonaut dish with lid. I have no problem with that. That seems about right. Unfortunately, I can't buy it for $30. There's a piece of satin milk glass I like, but not for $15. There is a Fenton milk glass candle holder for $15. Not bad. I've bought and sold a lot of those. They generally don't get better than $18 to $22, so can't afford that right now. Let's see, a little red glass. There's a black glass, Fenton ruffled black amethyst. See that? It's It's got 3 hash marks. That is the Fenton artist's signature. For $45, we're gonna leave that here though. I know this piece. That is, pretty sure it's Westmoreland. It's the Dancing Fairies or Dancing Nymphs. I've had this piece before. Great piece. It's not worth $30. It's worth about $18 to $22. So we can't bring that with us. All right, let's see. A great big old Empoli lidded container. I want $53 for it. It's probably worth every penny of it. There's no way in hell I would ship that. All right, I'll bring you guys back if I find something else. We found a booth that's on sale. Let's see if we can find anything. I'll bring you guys in a little closer. Sing out if you see something you think I missed. Oh, another piece of Sooner glass. I know, Arkansas glass, Appalachia glass. Let's see, $37, even at 40% off. There's nothing left. Oh, what do we got over here? Hand-blown glass rooster paperweight, $73. Eesh. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's Chinese made, and even at 40% off, it's too expensive. Even for fair market value, 40% off is still too high. What is this guy? Ceramic onion vase, $37. Made in China. Just can't get there. Alright, I don't know how that was set in there, but I want to get to this ceramic turtle. Nah, that is entirely too dangerous. I'll leave that there. Glass chess set. That frog is living his best life. All right, I'll bring you guys back in when I find it. This booth seems to have some pretty nice stuff in it. We'll start right down here. I would almost guarantee that is a piece of persimmon glass by Viking. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Coin, no, I can't tell, can't read there. 1950. Good price for a collector. What is this little guy? Carnival glass with a pair of sheep on it. Imperial Carnival, $15. No. I recognize that swan. It's Chinese made. What is that behind it though? That is another piece of black glass. It's got the Greek motif on it. Don't see a mark. What are they called? Oh my God, there's something inside there. Black amethyst glass dancing ladies. $24. That is not bad. I like that. But we're gonna leave it. There is a black glass planter back there that has the same motif. Let's see what they got this one marked as. Oh, we're gonna turn it around. They got it taped pretty good. Vintage black amethyst glass planter dancing nymphs, $34.50. I like it. That frog, however, is not living his best life. There's another piece of persimmon glass. $16, not terrible. Empoli, Murano bowl, control bubble. Thank God they didn't have it marked Bollicante. You guys would be blowing my comments up. No glow. Well, let's back up, take another look. That's weird. That's very weird. $39. No signatures. Little rose bowl, milk glass, some more pulley, some Northwood, I believe. Yeah, I'll leave that. It's a neat picture. Just to do my due diligence, I'm pretty sure it does not glow, but we'll check it just the same as soon as I can figure out my keychain. Nope, no glow. Golly. All right, we'll finish looking at it. $45 for that. Fifth Avenue, nope. Have a feeling that's Fifth Avenue also. $27, nope. Funky end of day. Paperweight for $14.50, not bad. I love that blue handle on that green picture. And that's hand painted Fenton. I like it, but not for $55. All right, we're gonna move on, find another booth to look at. We have found another booth. Some good looking stuff to look at. Oh, I like that vase. That pulled sharp corner on that vase makes me think Naples, Italy. But I don't think so. I think this is Polish or Czech. What are they calling it? Vintage green speckled glass vase, $28. Not a bad price. Little, ooh, that's not paint, that's glass. This is Murano style, $45. As soon as they put the Murano style on it, I lost all interest, but we're gonna look at the bottom. Yeah, probably check. Fenton Amber. Ooh, cute little bird with some bubbles in it. Polished bottom, but I don't think that's gonna be Murano. What do they want for it? 14? Nah. The fish is 30. Amber hobnail, blue opalescent hobnail for 30. Good Lord. Spring green Fenton thumbprint, ruffled compote for $20. We'll leave that. There we go. There's a paperweight. Chinese fireworks, $12. We will leave that here. $12 for that little. Oh, that pontil is just nasty. We'll leave that. What else do we got here? We got an oil lamp or a vase. Probably a vase. Confetti. Probably modern. 14. There is another Fenton dolphin handled pink glass. What do they want for this one? 38. No. Oh, I like that vase in the back. Let me get you a better look at it. That's pretty cool. $20. I'm gonna keep an eye on this booth. There are a few things here. Owl staring me at the face, talking about a few things. $14. Not bad. But I think we'll wait for this booth to have a sale. A lot of stuff that is closed. There's a, I'm not sure if that one is Tonala or Talavera. But when this booth goes on sale, we can probably come in here and fill, show you what I'm looking at, a little thing. We'll probably fill a couple of boxes. $22, not bad. They're calling it Tonala. It's probably a $40 to $50 piece. I can't tell if that's a signature or not. I think so. We're gonna think on that piece too. Not sure if it'll come home with us today, but it might come home soon. I'll bring you back in when we find another good booth. Around the corner, I found a couple of cool things. That little mermaid in a shell is just too good. Look at her. Made in occupied Japan for $20. Ouch. Here's another Fenton basket for $25. And there is your artist signature. It's also hand painted by S. Hopkins. Man, I'm gonna have to look that one up. $25 might be a really good price for that one. Hopefully that is a good price, but I have a feeling we're gonna have to wait for this booth to go on sale also. All right, I'll bring you back in. We've got a few things to look at in this booth. Let's see what this little bubble is with the control bubbles. It's an ashtray or a cigar tray. Got the wrong base on it, so probably Czech or Polish. They're just calling it hand blown for $10. That is not a bad price. That peacock teapot is fantastic. Let's move the amber triangle bowl out of the way. Let's get to this price tag, see what they're calling this. $24, not bad. Eddie Rose ceramic peacock. That's nice. Oh, there's a turkey toothpick holder, nice and heavy, carnival glass. I don't see any markings on it. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably Westmoreland or Mosser toothpick holder, $20. Bit steep. Here's a paper. Check this paperweight out. It's got a hummingbird and a funky flower. $8. It's got a fish also. That's just too weird, too funky. We're taking this one home. Finally, we broke the ice. Let's see if it's the tip of the iceberg. Alrighty, let's get a look right here real quick. I don't see anything right here. And we'll bring you back in. All right, folks, bring you back in because we found a booth that's got 20% off. Oh, there's a lamp with a dragon on it. That screams 80s, 90s to me. Oh, I know what that is. That is a mid-century TV lamp. Yep. Probably made in California. Let's see, I see a tag. Oh my God, that was very close. I caught it. Tell me that wasn't a good save. Oof, me. That was close. Okay. Something out of Writer's Laboratory, ink inspected. Okay, that's not a maker's mark. How much do they want for this? $45 at 20% off. I don't think that's gonna be enough. It's beautiful. And if I wanted it for my collection, I would take it. The plaster owl has damage all over him. All right, pick up my paperweight. Let's go over here to the other side. Beautiful picture for $25. Some teardrop. Not 100% sure if that's something to do with lighting or just decoration. Just decoration, and it's got a Made in China sticker on the bottom of it. Oof. Ooh, that was close. I scared myself. A little carnival glass bowl for $30. Fenton. 1970s Fenton. How much did they say? 30. No. Not for me. All right, let's see. Here we go with another booth that's got so much stuff packed in it you can't get to it. And I see a little compote back there I would like to get to. But saying I just had a close call. I'm not all that willing to try my luck twice. There it is. $55. Nope, we're not even going to go in for a closer look. All right, guys, I will bring you back in when we find something at least as interesting as that pumpkin, and there is another one of them Avon birds. All right, bring you back in a bit. Finding a set of these at an affordable price is on my bucket list. These old lucite grape clusters, very collectible. Oh, yep, super duper glow. The blue has a little bit of glue to it, but those greens glow like crazy. Let's see what they want for it. $37. I don't think I can swing that at the moment. We're going to take a picture of those though and come back for them later. Okay folks, that's all I got for you for this video. Once again, we're leaving an antique mall with just a single paperweight. It's a pretty cool one though. Not expensive. It's Chinese, it's got blemishes. But it was just so weird with both fish and a bird with the flower as the main motif. Just shooting the breeze with the cashier while I was checking out. We were talking about how strange it was to have all of that. And then she rang it up and she said, that'll be $12. So no, it's marked 8. I thought she was going to try and argue with me about it, and she grabbed the tag and, oh, I see it now. I said, yes. I didn't think nothing of it. She re-rang it up. Just making more small talk to kind of fill the silence. I mentioned that, yeah, there were several items that were really close that I was going to buy. And hopefully that closer to Christmas we get, maybe that some of the booths would put their stuff on sale. And she didn't really say anything back to me. I said, okay, I'll see you next time. She said, well, I hope we're still here the next time. I turned around, I'm like, is there any reason you wouldn't be? People are just getting cheap. These dealers need to make money too. I'm like, okay, I'm a dealer too. I just let it slide and walked away. That particular antique mall, they have the booth owners rotate in and out to work there as cashiers. I had never seen this particular woman before. She's a bit elderly. But dang. And I know some people out there probably side with her. But again, I'm a dealer too. Of course, it's online mostly. I do have some people that I pick for in person. But I could have easily walked through that antique mall and made you guys a 3-hour video of things that are priced so ridiculously high above fair market value that if they really wanted to make money, and they would do the research and figure out why their items aren't selling. Some of those have been in there so long that the ink is fading almost completely off of their price tags. Just kind of is what it is. But there was no call to get snotty with me like that. I was just making small talk. I didn't mean to upset her. But we're all buying and selling, and there was a lot of things in there. You go replay the video, you'll see multiple times I said, great price for a collector. And I'm a collector too, but I'm more along the lines of a seller. And I don't fault anybody for pricing their items at or even slightly above fair market value. You know, you got to pay them booth fees. Plus, around here in my area, they also get a percentage of the sale on top of the booth fee. And the average around here is about 20%. So it's in the average booth, small booth, is $100 to $150 a month. You're much farther ahead selling on eBay. An eBay store is only $22 a month, and they are always 20% or less in fees. So, yeah. C'est la vie. We're still going to go back a little closer to Christmas and see if any of those things we looked at were marked down and we can afford to buy them and advance them just a few dollars. There's nothing in there that I'm going to be able to double or triple my money on. Just a few dollars. So even that cobalt blue hand-painted Fenton basket, I went back and looked it up, and they had it right in the middle of fair market value between low and high. The low was around 20, high was 28. They had it marked at 25. Great price for a collector. It's a beautiful piece, but it doesn't fit in my Fenton collection. My Fenton collection tends to be any of the colorful glass that is also opalescent, that has excessive amounts of opalescence on it. That's my jam when it comes to Fenton. Anyway, folks, I'm letting that bother me more than I should. I'm glad you guys came along with me on one of my little treasure hunting adventures. I really do appreciate you. So y'all hang out, come back. Y'all come back now, you hear? I'm even messed up so bad I can't even do my own outro. Y'all come back for the next one. I'll see you then. Thank you for being here.